Stop looking, Mama Dude. Stop looking. No. No.
I said the beat is the power that makes but I tell the need.
Keep going. Stop looking over it.
So the Romans open everything on, right?
That is the end of respect. Mom, Panther. Mom, Panther. What I got. Soul, what I got. Love, what I got. Proud, what I wanna be free. Reach your hands in the air. Be like me. What I got. Soul, what I got. Love, what I got. Proud, what I wanna be free. Reach your hands in the air. Be like me.
You see the pride of the Panther as he glows in splendor and grace, toppling obstacle placed, the wave of progression of his race. And you see the pride of the Panther as she nurtures her young all alone. The seed must grow regardless of the fact it's planted in stone. Can't you see the pride of the Panthers as they unified as one? The flower blooms, brilliance, and outshines the rays of the sun. Outshines like the sun, shines out like the sun, shines bright like the sun, brings light like the sun.
P is for power, the A for action, the NZ because now is the time to get it done. See, the H is for heart and the E for effect. The R for Janet, the N for respect. Who am I?
We want all the people free from all jails.
That's a good one. Anybody know somebody in jail?
My father,
Your father in jail?
my uncle,
Your uncle?
my father was in jail for like 3 years.
Anybody else? Anybody in jail?
My uncle.
But what number was that?
5 years.
Huh?
Number 9.
That's number 9. We want, what you call it? We want all our people out of jail?
My uncle
What's
was
number
in jail for
The method that the white man uses, how the white man uses these big guns or Negro leaders against the Black Revolution. They're not a part of the Black Revolution. They're used against the Black Revolution. When Martin Luther King failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia, the civil rights struggle in America reached its low point. King became bankrupt almost as a leader. Plus, even financially, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference was in financial trouble. Plus, it was in trouble, period, with the people when they failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia. Other Negro civil rights leaders of so-called national stature became fallen idols. As they became fallen idols, began to lose their prestige and influence, local Negro leaders began to stir up the masses. In Cambridge, Maryland, Gloria Richardson. In Danville, Virginia, and other parts of the country, local leaders began to stir up our people at the grassroots level. This was never done by these Negroes whom you recognize of national stature. They controlled you, but they never incited you or excited you. They controlled you, they contained you. They kept you on the plantation. As soon as King failed in Birmingham, Negroes took to the streets. King got out and went out to California to a big rally and raised about, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. Come to Detroit and had a march and raised some more thousands of dollars. And recall, right after that, Wilkins attacked King, accused King and the Corps of starting trouble everywhere and then making the NAACP get him out of jail and spend a lot of money, and then they accused King and Corps of raising all the money and not paying it back. This happened. I got it in documented evidence in the newspaper. Roy started attacking King, and King started attacking Roy, and Farmer started attacking both of them. And as these Negroes of national stature begin to attack each other, they begin to lose their control of the Negro masses. And Negroes was out there in the streets. They was talking about, we're going to march on Washington. By the way, right at that time, Birmingham had exploded, and the Negroes in Birmingham, remember, they also exploded. They began to stab the crackers in the back and bust them upside the head. Yes, they did. That's when Kennedy sent in the troops down in Birmingham. So, and right after that, Kennedy got on the television and said, this is a moral issue. That's when he said he's going to put out a civil rights bill. And when he mentioned civil rights bill and the Southern crackers started talking about they were going to boycott it or filibuster, then the Negroes started talking about what? We're going to march on Washington, march on the Senate, march on the White House, march on the Congress, and tie it up, bring it to a halt. Don't let the government proceed. They even said they were going to go out to the airport and lay down on the runway and don't let no airplanes land. I'm telling you what they said. That was revolution. That was revolution. That was the revolution. It was the grassroots out there in the street. Scared the white man to death. Scared the white power structure in Washington, D.C. to death. I was there. When they found out that this black steamroller was going to come down on the Capitol, they called in Wilkins. They called in Randolph. They called in these national Negro leaders that you respect and told them, call it off. Kennedy said, look, y'all letting this thing go too far. And old Tom said, boss, I can't stop it because I didn't start it. I'm telling you what they said. They said, I'm not even in it, much less at the head of it. They said, these Negroes are doing things on their own. They're running ahead of us. And that old shrewd fox, he said, well, if you all aren't in it, I'll put you in it. I'll put you at the head of it. I'll endorse it. I'll welcome it. I'll help it. I'll join it. A matter of hours went by. They had a meeting at the Carlisle Hotel in New York City. The Carlisle Hotel is owned by the Kennedy family. That's the hotel Kennedy spent the night at 2 nights ago. Belongs to his family. A philanthropic society headed by a white man named Stephen Curry called all the top civil rights leaders together at the Carlisle Hotel and told them that by you all fighting each other, you're destroying the civil rights movement. And since you're fighting over money from white liberals, let us set up what's known as the Council for United Civil Rights Leadership. Let's form this council, and all the civil rights organizations will belong to it. And we'll use it for fundraising purposes. Let me show you how tricky the white man is. And as soon as they got it formed, they elected Whitney Young as the chairman. And who you think became the co-chairman? Stephen Currier, the white man. A millionaire. Howell was talking about it down at the Kobo today. This is what he was talking about. Howell knows it happened. Randolph knows it happened. Wilkins knows it happened. King knows it happened. Every one of that so-called Big Six. They know what happened. Once they formed it, with the white man over it, he promised them and gave them $800,000 to split up between the Big Six. And told them that after the march was over, they'd give them $700,000 more. $1.5 million split up between leaders that you've been following, going to jail for, crying crocodile tears for. And there's nothing but Frank James and Jesse James and the, brothers. Soon as they got the setup organized, the white men made available to them top public relations experts. Opened the news media across the country at their disposal. And then they began to project these Big Six as the leaders of the march. Originally, they weren't even in the march. You was talking this march talk on Hastings Street. Is Hastings Street still here? On Hastings Street. You was talking the march talk on Lenox Avenue. And down on, Fillmore Street. And Central Avenue. And 32nd Street and 63rd Street. That's where the march talk was being talked. But the white men put the Big Six ahead of it. Made them the march. They became the march. They took it over. And the first move they made after they took it over, they invited Walter Reuther, a white man. They invited a priest. a rabbi, and an old white preacher. Yeah, the old white preacher. The same white element that put Kennedy in power. Labor, the Catholics, the Jews, and liberal Protestants. Same clique that put Kennedy in power joined the March on Washington. It's just like when you got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What you do? You integrate it with cream.
All power to the people, all power to the people. Welcome to the Bobby Hutton Political Education course. Each week, students will be assigned readings and videos to study and will convene once a week to discuss the material, interpret, and break down the core concept, questions, and answers, and to prepare for next week's study material. Remember that taking notes can be really beneficial, even audio ones, and don't be afraid to ask for help. We are all in this together. Each week, you're encouraged to bring the following: quotes from the material, questions you have, your interpretation of the material, core concept, revolutionary spirit. The first duty of a revolutionary is to be educated. To be a Panther, we must understand our history, our political line, strategies to overthrow our oppressors. Upon completion of the political education program, graduates will become members of the UPM, receive recognition, and be encouraged to begin organizing in their local communities. Why am I going backwards? Comrades, our studies this week will focus on Fred Hampton, on racism and revolution, Bunchy Carter's story, and the course review. We're going to start off with Fred Hampton real quick. Fred Hampton is going to basically talk about what revolution is, what we are really doing, who is our enemy, what our purpose is. I'll be back right after Fred Hampton speak.
I'm the deputy chairman of the state of Illinois Black Panther Party, Fred Hampton. And a lot of people don't understand the Black Panther Party's relationship with white mother country radicals. A lot of people don't even understand that word that they're using a lot. But what we're saying is that there are white people in the mother country that are for the same type of things that we are for stimulating revolution in the mother country. And we said that we work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism. And we know that racism is a byproduct of capitalism. Everything would be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people. And we're going to have to put it back in the hands of the people. Everybody in the state of Illinois is going to have to be involved or even around the revolution because we're going to have one. We're going to have to do more than talk. We're going to have to do more than listen. We're going to even have to do more than learn. We're going to have to start practicing, and that's very hard. We got to start learning, and you learn through practice. We got to start making mistakes, and you learn through making mistakes. We got to start getting out there with the people. And a lot of times we think we're better than the people. That's the insult, and that's criminal. Think you're better than the people. We got to get together and learn where it's at. It don't take a lot of hard work. Education for children is something else. You ought to dig on it. Every sister in this audience. Every sister in this audience ought to get themselves together and come on down and help with that Education for Children program. Y'all ought to come down and help feed them children in the morning. We have breakfast for children because we teach the people through practice, through observation and participation, that people can be fed free. That's the people's thing. Socialism is the people. You're afraid of yourself. If you're afraid of socialism, you're afraid of yourself. We know they have our pictures. We know they're looking for us. We know they want us. But we're still saying that even though we could be in a sense, as far as these physical goals on the mountaintop, we in the Black Panther Party, because of our dedication to understanding what's in the valley, knowing that the people in the valley, knowing that we originally came from the valley, knowing that our flag is the same flag as the people in the valley, knowing that our enemy is on the mountaintop, our friends are in the valley. We say even though it's nice to be on the mountaintop, we're going back to the valley. I be in the office every day. I be in the streets propagandizing every day. I be working with everybody every day. I be teaching that solidarity is the thing. the end of a complete wipeout of the materialism is the thing. So if you're gonna be thinking about me, that's what Bible would be teaching. If you're gonna be thinking about us, all we say is ain't no thing about going nowhere, getting killed. All we want to know is that you're doing what we'd be doing if we were here. And you got to do that. You can't do it unless you believe that you can do it. In the spirit of liberation, we understand that they want everybody in the party in jail. And we know that if we try to figure out and separate and decide who should go and who shouldn't go, we spend more time doing that than working for the people. So the quick solution, speedy one, nobody go. Nobody go. We all stay right here. With the people, because we know the people. Okay, you put your hands down now. We say all power to all people. We say white power to white people. Brown power to brown people. Yellow power to yellow people. Black power to black people. X power to those that be left out. We say Panther power to the Vanguard Party. When you leave here saying the last word, before you go to bed, next time I am a revolutionary, make that the last word. In case you don't wake up, then somebody might believe it, and you might, end up in what they call a revolutionary happy hunting ground. Say that. I'm a revolutionary. Say it when you're going out. Everybody want to see you me. Okay, we're gonna say it while we're going out. And we're gonna start a thing called Free Friends. Don't that sound nice? Hey, let's do that. Free Friends. Free Friends. Free Friends. Hey, I ain't even in jail yet.
All power to the people. Yo, today we're talking about Bunchy Carter. Most of the time when we talk about Panthers and people in the past, the only name people really know is Fred Hampton. They know Huey P. Newton, and they know Bobby Seale. But it's people out there that put in work. Like just now, like in Newark, New Jersey, we're in Newark. It's people in Newark on a daily basis that go outside and do the work, like really do the work. Work with people in the community, try to find people a place to stay, help people get something to eat, help people that are in prison. Like it's people out here that do that work. You will never hear about them. Yeah, but today we focusing on Bunchy Carter. It's a few minutes. I think it's a 6-minute video. It's going to basically tell you who Bunchy Carter was, who killed them, and what happened to him. So, like, if you never heard of Bunchy Carter before, this is a good time for you to really get to know this brother, because he gave his life for the struggle, for our struggle. Like when I say that, people say it too much. Like somebody gave their life for our struggle. I'm talking about somebody that went out there trying to find programs to help people that are poor, people that are on the streets, the people that the society look down upon, the drug dealer, the stripper, the people that are at the bottom of the bottom. There are people out here in society that give their whole life to try to work, to try to make life bearable for people like that. I mean, like most of the time you never hear about them because they're not going to talk about them on MSNBC, CNN, corporate media, their Uncle Tom's on TV, on this platform. They never talk about them because if they talk about them, they'll have to show you somebody that's critiquing them and what they're doing on present time. So I'm about to play the video of Bunchy Carter real quick.
Everybody knows about the Black Panthers, and they know about Huey and Eldridge Cleveland.
Yo, put it in the group chat. Let me know if the volume is good.
Know about Bunchy Carter.
It's a whole nother conversation about who Bunchy was.
He proclaimed himself Bunchy Carter, the renegade of Slauson.
There's no pretty books about him. You don't see him on T-shirts.
He was some so-called nigga out to Slauson.
He's like the unsung true hero of Los Angeles, California, the whole community.
Bunchy went to Oakland and met up with Huey and Bobby and David Hilliard, and they met Bunchy. And they said, oh man, we got to have an LA chapter.
Initially, when Bunchy started it, most of the people involved, a lot of the people involved were Slauson. Bunchy, he had personality, charisma.
I'm glad I had the pleasure to meet the people who knew it, the man next to the man, you know what I mean?
Bunchy was, man.
They said, no question, he was the smartest one, the bravest one, the baddest one.
His mannerisms was street, but his mind had been developed. He became political. We called him the mayor of the ghetto. He had a natural ability. He was a natural leader. A lot of the members in the gangs, he was able to bring them in, re-educate them, redirect them. We would have dances every Friday night. We might fill a place up, maybe a couple hundred people in there partying, sweating, dancing. And right in the middle of it, we cut the music off, Bunchy jump up on the table, start talking for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. He'd run down some history, some facts, and, then, people be stunned. They'd be like, wow. And then hey, throw the music on and he'd get to doing the Philly dog and the party be back on. And, and then we'd come back that Monday, man, 10, 15 people lining up to join the Black Panther Party. That's the type of person he was.
He exemplified, the leadership that we all needed. He had laid it down, and that's what we've been trying to follow for the years to set an example so we wouldn't end up like the Bloods and Crips were. And it's not no gang or criminal mentality that we were trying to exemplify. This is not for you or your set, it was for your people.
It was a huge and big and rich time in history. We weren't, as the media and history would have us believe, a gang of hoodlums. I lived there. That was my life. I wasn't just some armed guerrilla intruded in on the community. That was my home.
I have some very sad news for all of you, and I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens. Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
I don't really know who the leaders are. They're all dead. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Like you can't be a leader for the Black community if you're alive. It makes you mad. You probably wasn't doing your job. In '65, most of your gangs segued into a political party. Like I mentioned, the Slausons went into the Black Panther Party. But then the other gangs, they kind of identified more with a culture nationalist group called the US organization.
We have gotten our manhood back by the acts of violence. When the brother throws a brick or snipes from a building, that
These guys had, different philosophies. They didn't really, get along with each other's philosophy. They didn't believe in with each other's what they were doing. Panthers are more about confrontation and confronting the man. The US organization, from my understanding, was a little more abstract.
Let me explain real quick. Because if you don't know what they're talking about, you could get lost real quick. Like you see that brother right there, he got that whatever African symbol around his neck. He's what we call as activists or revolutionaries, what we call a Black nationalist. And Black nationalists are basically capitalists. They still believe in the capitalist system. They work for the capitalist system, but they cloak themselves and they wrap themselves with African history, with African culture. And because they say Black, 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 that's supposed to tell people or mean to people that they're fighting for Black people. But in reality, actual reality, you could go back and read Fred Hampton, read George Jackson, Blood in My Eyes. They'll tell you, people like Mary Baraka, people like who they're talking about, Kolongi, whatever his name is, these people are not fighting for the liberation of Black people. They're fighting for a position for themselves within capitalism, within the institution itself. But they cloak it. They wrap the African culture around them to deceive the people. So when you hear them talking about the two different groups, like the Black Panthers, we believe that the power need to be in the hands of the people. The average parent, the average single mother, the average man out here trying to survive, like making 13, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 an hour, that are living in these communities that are exploited. These are the people that we fight for, the bottom of the bottom. We're not here fighting for people that's making $200, $300, $400 million, because their class interest is not aligned with our class interest. In fact, people that make about 100, over 100, those are the people that maintain our suffering in these communities, which is called neocolonialism. Neocolonialism is colonialism, but in blackface. See, like you see these black people, the black people be the head of the council, the city council members, they're the mayors, they're the professors, they're the teachers, they're all the people in these communities, working in these communities, managing the system of white supremacy, managing imperialism on the rest of us. And then they tell us to support things and people like the Democratic Party, Joe Biden, or Bill Clinton, or Barack Obama, all of these people that once they get into power, they do the work that white supremacy demands of them. But these managerial Negroes in our community, black people in these managerial positions, their duty is to try to convince us, the people, because it's a lot of us, the masses of us. If we understand the game is rigged, that this whole thing is a fraud, it's a scam, and we walk away from it, the whole system falls. And the the imperialists understand that, and they've always played on that against our people. I mean, like I go a little bit into it later, but this is almost done.
About their rage.
I'm sure you know, young brother. Well, I'm a little more aggressive. I can fight a little better. I'm a little stronger, but I'll go with a bunch of them. And the guys who couldn't fight so well, the guys who wanted to be more jazzy, they went with Karinga.
Kinds of things that Maulana Karinga was saying in that first speech I heard clicked with me in terms of Black people seizing their own destiny and to express that through political power, to seize political power through organizing and a self-affirmation of who Black people were. Given that both organizations were had been recruiting strongly from gang structure, you can see the beginnings of some confrontation.
Karenga and all those people, us organization, they were armchair revolutionaries.
Armchair revolution.
As far as, Bunchy and them were concerned.
Bunchy was a sloth. And a lot of it, again, is being acted out, or was being acted out at that point, through a politicized environment.
So they kind of antagonized each other a little bit. They both were trying to jockey in for position in Los Angeles at that vital time.
At what point did us declare Panthers, or did they ever declare Panthers as like enemies?
I don't ever remember there being that kind of formal war council where that was actually declared. As things escalated and as the body count escalated, it was clear that there was a serious competition going on. As everybody now knows, that was exacerbated by the intervention of the state, i.e. COINTELPRO.
Vice President Agnew has called the Panthers a completely irresponsible, anarchistic group of criminals.
So we decided to, for some reason, the Panthers were the most dangerous organization in the United States, even more dangerous than the Communist Party or the Mafia. And so he ordered them essentially destroyed.
Directives issued by FBI headquarters called for, quote, imaginative and hard-hitting counterintelligence measures aimed at crippling the Black Panther Party.
The FBI set out to neutralize the Black Panther Party any way they could. They wanted to neutralize Bunchy Carter. He used the term neutralize, but nobody ever defined the term.
Neutralizing means a lot of things, including murder. Neutralizing our entire movement.
As one communication went to Washington said, we bring these two groups together and let nature take its course.
It became clear that what they had to do was turn another organization against us, which was the Panthers.
COINTELPRO was doing its mischief in attempting to pit the two organizations against each other. It got to the points where there was clearly almost a state of war that was existing between the two organizations.
We could all feel that there was something going on that was bigger than us.
The FBI had created this tension, but you had these two groups that when they saw each other on the street, it was just a natural confrontation. They were making all kinds of suggestions and writing letters, and they had cartoons made up showing Ron Karenga with his feet up on the desk and things like that, and marking out for Bunchy Carter and John Huggins and things to do today. These were cartoons that were created by FBI agents.
We didn't really know. Nobody believed that the FBI wanted to be bothered with some little Negroes in LA trying to organize themselves and so on and so forth. At the same time, they were sending the same stuff to them.
Correspondence propaganda between the two, between Bunchy and Karenga, telling one that the other one was doing something that wasn't appropriate.
Bunchy Carter, John Huggins were supposed to have been killed down in the Watts area working on some kind of a drug transaction. And, you know, it would just look like a drug deal, not a political assassination.
The day before that meeting, Bunchy and I went to the US headquarters and met with Ron Karenga and Jomo. Jomo was in charge of their military. We had an agreement that however the students voted,
Bunch on the left, John on the right.
if they voted for cultural nationalism, the Panthers would support that. If they voted for revolutionary nationalism, us would support.
Bunch realized what was going down. He jumped over a row of chairs. He got shot through the chair. So the bullet expanded and hit his chest, expanded, and he died instantly.
January 17, 1969, Bunchy Carter was killed on the campus at UCLA. You know what I mean? And for some reason, the US organization kind of got the blame for it.
Somebody from the US would have served as the killer for that.
Right, to, you know, as an instigator of, or what we would call, you know, agent provocateur.
How did that all come about? Did they say, today we killing Bunchy at UCLA, you know?
Hey, agent provocateur. Yo, everybody that's in class, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Agent provocateur.
Was it like today is the day we're gonna kill Bunchy, but it's gonna be at UCLA? We didn't get him that drug thing. Was it planned out that structure or?
Well, as I understand it from the agent who was telling me about it, the operation at UCLA was all screwed up.
Incident at UCLA was manifested how the thing by the FBI, but at the time, we were naive and we thought that it was just another move by the US organization.
There's a lot of what I call ghetto folk tales. You know what I mean? Some of it's true, some of it's not. Sometimes our own personal perspective kind of overshadows what really went on. I wanted to clear up what was really going on, you know, before my time. I don't believe that Karenga was working for the FBI. He might have been manipulated by the FBI. I was comfortable in making Karenga the villain. Then I had to talk to Geronimo. He was like, "No."
For all of these years, the US organization has been getting a bum rap behind that killing. I'm sure Bunchy, above all, would be turning over in his grave if we were not to straighten this out.
Some kind of memorandum was uncovered from the FBI, which declared, though we did not pull the trigger on that day, January 1969, we did cause the unrest that preceded it.
When they killed Bunchy and John, the word came down that it was to be no retaliation, that we were not going to engage in that because that would defeat the very principles that we had started on, and that, you know, we were not going to get involved in blacks killing blacks.
And it was hard not to break his rules, you know, because they took something away, man. He just snatched apart our heart. And not to, you know, not to hit something back, not to attack back or move to deal, you know, resolve that. It is still hard today, you know, to talk about it.
Hey, all power to the people, all power to the people. I don't even have this on the screen yet. So I'm gonna have this on the screen first. If you listen to the Bunchy Carter story right just now, and you listen to Fred Hampton a few minutes ago, and you listen to Dr. King, because we played Dr. King in the not Dr. King, Malcolm in the intro. Yo, you hear they're all saying the same thing about the same people, our enemies, and how they try to get rid of the people that's working for the people. If you pay attention, even if you listen to that, to Bunchy Carter, if you listen to what he had to deal with, they first have to dehumanize you. The United States government, the federal government, the FBI, because that's who they're talking about. That's what they're saying are our enemies, the imperialists that's imposing all this oppression on us. What do I mean by that? It doesn't matter how hard you work. You can't even afford to buy food out here. You can't afford where to live at, gentrification, like everything, like poverty is high out here. People catching hell. There are people that are responsible for that hell that we catching. When you have politicians that allow landlords, that allow banks and corporations to exploit the taxpayers, the residents, they are at fault. The politicians and the people that pay them, the banks, all of these people are at fault. They're at fault for the bad schools. They're at fault for the poverty. They're at fault for the crime. They are the problem. If you go into the community and tell the community that it is their fault, that it is what they need to do something else, they need to do financial literacy, well, all this other crazy ideas, or vote to change their condition, you're lying to them. So even if you're not directly working for the FBI or working for the government, but if you're out here pushing this agenda and you get paid for it, you are part of the problem. And this is what the United States government has done to kill all our revolutionaries. This was 1969 when they killed them. They killed Fred Hampton around the same time. They killed Dr. King around the same time. They killed Malcolm X around the same time. They killed Patrice Lumumba around the same time. All these black leaders being snuffed out by the government around like 5, 6, 7 year span. Of course, black people are going to be awake. They're going to be in tune to like, what's going on? People going to be in the streets ready to get, the struggle is different from then to now. Because right now, like, think about it. They haven't been knocking off leaders like that because they've learned to put these black people in our communities to control us. In one of Malcolm's speeches, Malcolm said the same thing. He said, the time for these white people paying black people to come into communities and make us do whatever, those days are long gone. Nah, Malcolm, I disagree with you, my guy. They still here. They're doing it in 2024. The next slide I'm about to go to is the mayor of the city and all the so-called activists in Newark, New Jersey, having a meeting to come against me, to attack the Panthers, to attack everybody that do the work that we do in the community. I'm gonna go back a second and explain what we do in the community because we played it in the intro to show some of the stuff that we do in the community, but I'm gonna go back and say what we do. But the mayor sat down and got his list out of all the sellouts that he controlled in the city. And they had a little message thing where they were gonna meet up at. And you know what, man, I don't know why I'm talking. I'm gonna let it talk for itself. Give me a second, y'all. Like, we're gonna get up to see if I could play, but this is a text message. This was a text message from Bashir Akinyele. He's a teacher at Weekway High School. Like, he's supposed to be pro-black. Remember, I was showing you the black nationalist? That's exactly who he is. He talked that about Ghani, all power to the people. He talked all that black power stuff, black history, Egypt, all Egyptian history. But by and large, he's really a fraud. He's using all of that to cloak what he does in the society to maintain our oppressors exploiting us. That's it right there. Dear family, may this email find you in the best of spirits. Thank you for committing to our family meeting. Family, what family? I'm gonna show you the family they're talking about. We have locked in a date, time, and place for our private meeting in Newark, New Jersey, in a city known for its roots in the struggle for revolutionary black power. Some of us have lost our focus on the objective of the empowerment of our people and oppressed people. What oppressed people they keep talking about? The conditions of the people have just keep getting worse. Some of us have allowed oppressive conditions in Newark and agent provocateurs. Remember I told you that word? Like this is Bashir Akinyele using these words to describe me. He's doing COINTELPRO right now. We're gonna get to the date. But this is Bashir right here talking. He's calling me an agent of the state. I make no money from the federal government. There's nobody that I work for. In fact, I'm the one that's in court. I got court cases. They calling me a terrorist, all kind of stuff. I'm in court. I got to go find a lawyer. I'm broke as hell. But this dude that gets a check, when he get his check every 2 weeks, I'm sure it's a federal government on there because he's a teacher. Your paycheck comes from the government. But he's calling me a federal agent to make us fight one another instead of fighting the real enemies of African people and all oppressed people in the city. Who are the real enemies he's talking about? The people that fund them, the people that fund Ras Baraka, that the companies, the corporations that fund them, are those the enemies he's talking about? Because he can't be talking about them, because that's who they work for. These are the people that give them the money for them to do what they do. However, some of us are still fighting in the trenches in North. Nobody know about shit I can yell at. Hey, yo, in North New Jersey, if anybody know about shit I can yell at, yo, go in the group chat right there and say like you know him, like you could co-sign for him. However, some of us are still fighting in the trenches in North to free and empower African people and oppressed people. But there are powerful forces working to disrupt and neutralize progress in North, especially Mayor Baraka, a mayor of an imperialist city. This is who the revolutionary is, Mayor Baraka and grassroots activists. Which grassroots activists? Who are they? Therefore, we are calling a community meeting to refocus ourselves on the liberation of our people and oppressed people. And oppressed people. The objective of the meeting is the following: Black and brown liberation. Let me see. Let me see where I left off at. The objective of the meeting is the following: Black and brown liberation. Unity without uniformity. Yo, how can you have unity without uniformity? You see, that don't even make no sense. That's the crazy, what I want to use, goofy, weird things that Uncle Tom's come up with. Unity without uniformity, that makes no sense. Yo, we not in unity, we not together, bro. If you against me, we'll never be in unity. Yo, we got to be uniform. If we are together, we in unity. We together, we both believe the same thing. We both understand who our enemy is. We know who the enemy is, and we're targeting that enemy. And we're doing things to solve that issue. Not you just come unity just because you know a dude, just because you know of something. Man, shut up. A community without chaos. Mayor Baraka, chaos. A community without chaos. Because when we speak up, when we tell the truth, it brings chaos to them because it exploits them. Mayor Baraka has confirmed to attend the closed-door emergency community meeting. He said, I'll be there. The location is the Source of Knowledge bookstore. The Source of Knowledge bookstore. It is what it is. I ain't the one that wrote this message right here. I'm just reading it. So the people at Source of Knowledge, when I come to get a book, don't be mad at me. They have confirmed that they will lend us their space. The date, our family meeting is Monday, June 28th, 2021 at 8 p.m. The community leaders that have conformed, I guess so, that have confirmed to attend the meeting are the following: Rajay Baraka, Mayor of the City of Newark; Larry Ham, the People Organization for Progress. That's Larry Ham. Baba Zaid, Black Panther. That's Savage is not a Black Panther. Baba Zaid is an imperialist dog. I don't know if you live in New York, if you live in Cali, if you live all the way around the country, and all you know of Baba Zaid is social media, him talking with his low. Yo, Baba Zaid got a degree for acting. He's a fraud. He's an actor through and through. But Baba Zaid, Baba's supposed to mean papa or something like something that connotes like seniority or whatever. I ain't even saying Baba no more. His name is Zaid Muhammad. I don't even know his real name. It's probably Christopher Johnson or some shit. But Zaid, I mean, he calls himself a Black Panther. These are the people that have agreed to meet Minister Abdul Haq Muhammad. Now, see, they go to backstory. I'm going to keep it a buck. You see right there, Minister Abdul Haq, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Newark representative of Mahad Mosque 25. Hey, yo, when I got this message, right? When somebody sent me this message, I looked at the message and I was like, yo, ain't no way. So I called my man that I know is affiliated with the nation. And my man was like, yo, I'm gonna holler at you in a minute. Yo, he called me back in a few, probably in a few minutes. He called me back like, yo, I talked to the minister. He said he gonna have conversations. He gonna get back to you. Yo, the minister got back to me. Abdul Haq, young looking brother. He the leader of the Muslims out here in Newark. He got back to me like, yo, we're not having no meeting till you're present. So they changed this location. They changed the date of the meeting and they had it somewhere else. They had it over there. Is that 13th? Is that 13th Ave? Rufai, or whatever they call that space, whatever they call that dude over there in Rufine, he with them too. But they changed the venue of this meeting, and the meeting was had over there where I attended. So the meeting was not at the Source of Knowledge. They changed that spot. Look down here. Shiraz Zulu, chairman of New African Black Panther Party. Yo, this is all the reasons why we kicked him out. This dude was affiliated with these people. I mean, they sent them texts like this for them to have meetings against me. Yo, I was a Black Panther at this time when they sent them this message. He was part of the organization at this time. Let me keep going down, yo. Ed Riley. This is the dude that be talking about me on All Politics is Local. Like this, what you see when this was written, Sharif Emin-Hotep, Sister Frederica Bay. I think she dead now, but they was there. Keisha Yuri. Look, like these people, like, I don't just wake up and I'll be like, yo, these people are coming against me. Like, I just be throwing these names out. Yo, their names are here in Texas having secret meetings about me. Keisha Yuri, chairwoman of North Anti-Violence. Of course, Roz Baraka moved her up. What is she now?
Oh my God.
Something for violence and whatever. Public safety. She getting a check from the government. Big check. Victor Enoch, whatever his name is. Deshaun Farad. I passed her. I passed Deborah. Keisha, let me see. Deborah Smith Gregory. That's the leader of the NAACP. These are all the groups. Yo, the who's who of people that's supposed to be activists in the city. They're going to sit down and have a meeting about how to neutralize me. How to neutralize me and the New African Black Panther Party in Newark, New Jersey. Bashir Akinyele, he the one that wrote the whole thing, that wrote the email, that passed it out. Everyone confirmed to attend the meeting will be sent this email. But please do not share this email with anyone outside this circle. Nor post on social media. Shem, remember I told you be doing that Egyptian stuff. Shem Hotep, Medu Nectar for I give people. Man, shut your dumb ass up. But this all the goofy shit in my eye. Like all this stupid stuff that he be writing. This is like to try to cloak. I mean, to act like they're purer than anybody, bro. They even travel out there. I can't afford to be going to Egypt. But they go out there, go walk in the desert, and then they take pictures like, hey, look at me. Like, I'm so revolutionary. You a fraud. Oh, Uncle Tom. How I go back to the regular screen? While she come back and put the regular screen on, like I want to show you, but this was from 2021. This is how long I've been holding on to this. This meeting that they set was in 2021, where they all sat down to try to like find ways to try to destroy my character in the city. Despite all the work I do in the city, they were sitting down and they were organizing and trying to find ways to dehumanize me, to make me look like anything other than what I was, to set the scene for anything that happened to me. So if something happened to me, they'd be like, see, I told you so. Now I said all of this to bring you to this week. This week. So what do we do in the community? As Black Panthers, we believe the government, the United States government, is not going to do anything for us. I'm going to say it again. So like everybody hear this and understand. The United States government is not going to fix our schools. They're not going to fix anything in the community. They're not going to give us better jobs. They're not going to give us wages enough to be able to survive, to sustain ourselves. The United States government is here to basically maintain our oppression. That's why those institutions are in place. All of them, the judicial system, all the systems. How do I know this? Because Malcolm said so. You want to go all the way back to what's his name? You want to go all the way back to Carter G. Woodson? You could go as far back. You could go to other countries. You could go to Haiti. You could go to Angola. You could go to Ghana. You could go all these different places. These institutions, these imperialist institutions, are not here to protect us. That's what we believe as Panthers. So we want to help our people change their lives out there. So if somebody's about to be homeless, if we want to change their life, we don't believe we go vote. We believe we go out there and find out why they're trying to kick them out of their house. And if it's illegal, we kick the door in and put them back in the house. Or we do whatever we can to find them somewhere to stay. See, that's what we believe. If they say the children can't read, like the school is failing, you're right now in North New Jersey. The third graders are reading at 5%. I mean, the middle school students, they're reading at a 5% proficiency rate. That means like only 5% of the 100% of the children that we sent to school are even okay. Not good, not they know how to read real well. They're just okay. That's what proficiency means. And that's a low level. In math, it's 5%. The people that are ready to go to college is 18%. The graduation rate is like, I think 60-something%, whatever, but they cook the books. They cook the books, so you don't even know if these numbers are real. Even the 5%, I'm telling you, those numbers may not be real. So what do we do as Panthers? As Panthers, we put after-school programs in the community. That's a survival program. If they won't educate our children, they won't teach them how to read, we got to do it ourselves. This ain't nothing we made up. This is what has always been going on through our culture. Notice what I said, through our culture as being on this land. We understood we had to educate our own children. We had to do this, not the individual, not the person that's been brainwashed by the society for generations. No, those that know, those in the society that understand the condition we're in, the state that we're in. It is your responsibility to build the institutions in the community to save your people. That's why they call the Black Panther Party the Vanguard Party, because we work for the community to liberate the community. That's our duty. That's what we do. So every day, I pick up the kids, I take them to school. After they get out of school, I pick them up from school. We have an after-school program. When they get in there, when they walk through the door, the first thing we do, they eat fruit. I give them some fruit while they do their homework. After they do their homework, eat the fruit, we have a trainer, Ty train them. Then after he trained them, get them to do their cardio, get them to do all of that. Then I go in there and I teach them boxing. We got boxing, we got football, we got basketball. But on the regular day, for the after-school program, we do boxing there. So this is what I do every day. Then after they're done, I take them home. So they get home like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I use my 3 degrees that I went to college. Because I went to college too. I got 3 degrees. After I walked out of prison, I went back to college. The Secretary General has degrees. She said she has an accounting degree. We went back to school because we understand the importance of education. So I use that education to basically control their days. So from when they go to school in the morning, when I pick them up in the morning, early in the morning, 7 o'clock, I leave my house to go start picking up these kids to take them to school. From then till I take them home at 6:30 at night, they're in controlled environments. I mean, I can't control the school, but that environment, we still understand, like they're in a safe space, whatever. So after they leave from there, we do what we need to do. We work with them, then we take them home. This is every night. I forgot to add, we feed them too. We feed them. Where does this money come from? This money don't come from the federal government. This money don't come from philanthropies. It don't come from NGO, nonprofits, because nobody's giving you money to liberate yourself. If you don't understand it, I'm going to bring that beat back again, because like people be acting like they dumb. Nobody is giving you money to liberate your people, and you know that. All you managerial Negroes, you teachers, you social workers, whatever you are, you understand that white supremacy is not going to give you money to liberate your people. So if you're working in that job, you're a cop, you're a teacher, you this, you that, and you thinking like, just because I do this job, I'm a good person, I'm taking up for my people, I'm black, whatever, black excellence. Because you got a suit on, and because you're a lawyer, because you're a teacher, because you got these degrees, it makes you black excellence. You are nothing but an Uncle Tom, you idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna get there. The Secretary General saying, what makes you not an Uncle Tom? What makes you not an Uncle Tom is after you get off that plantation, whatever job you have, after you get off that plantation, you go home and you work on the Underground Railroad to build institutions in the community, to help the people, to liberate the people. You fight with the people. You don't need to go outside at a rally, standing out there like your fist in the air. Everybody got their own position, but you don't add no money. You don't add no intellectual powers. You don't add nothing to what people are doing on the ground to liberate themselves, but you call yourself a revolutionary. You a fraud and you a liar. All you do is work for the systems that oppress our people. So on one of these days, I don't know the date. I don't care to know the date. I don't want to tell you the date because like that shit is worthless. After I dropped the kids off at home, the Secretary General said she wanted to go to the forum because they were having a debate about who's gonna be the school board members. Remember, the school is horrible. They got people there with rape charges. The school board don't do nothing about it. They got people there like all kind of things going on in the school. The failure is not even the worst part. They got sexual assault, all kind of things going on, like stealing money that the board do nothing about. So the Secretary General was like, let's go to the meeting. I want to ask them why they're allowing Shaka Zulu Sherrod. Because remember, we told you we kicked them out of our party. Why are they allowing Zulu Sherrod to go to JFK school to give out food? And he's already like we don't go to the police. We don't go to the police what you call it, and file charges and ask the government to hold somebody accountable. If somebody in the organization breaks laws, become a predator, and women keep complaining over and over, we write what we call position papers on why we don't think this person needs to be around no more. And then those position papers go to all the revolutionaries and they go to everybody and they understand, like they see it, they investigate it for themselves. Because you can't just write and be like, yo, he's a rapist. Nah, you got to give who he raped. They got to testify. They got to say he did it. Who is the person? Like whatever accusation you make, it got to be detailed. You got to do the work. Remember, just because we're not police officers, that don't mean we don't know how to ask questions or we can't get somebody to present their case. But we did all of that. Not only did we do it, I don't know if some of y'all Google Kevin Rashid. Kevin Rashid is a Black Panther too. He left Shaka Zulu because he said Shaka was a fraud and he was violating women. So Kevin Rashid left him. The Second Rainbow Coalition. This is groups all around the country that are together, that come together to form the Rainbow Coalition. They wrote up a position paper, kicked Shaka Zulu out of the Rainbow Coalition, and they said his behavior is counter-revolutionary. So the Secretary General said, yo, I want to go to that board meeting and I want to ask the people that are on that, that are up there running for school board, what they're going to do about them. But not the people that work for the mayor, because the mayor has his own team. The mayor have like 4 or 5 people that's on the non-member board that he controls. So whatever the mayor wants, that's what those school board members pass, and that's what our children have to deal with. So when you're thinking about the school, how horrible it is, just remember, for the last 10 years, he's had board members. We fought to get local control for Ralph Rock to have local control. He's been mayor for 10 years? And what has he done? How has he implemented local control? He has done nothing. But remember, we wanted to go to the meeting. The Secretary General, you see, I don't have nothing to say to these people. I'm disgusted about them. To me, they're traitors. When I look at these people, when I look at these politicians, when I look at these people, all them names that I read off, I see them as the people that sold people into slavery. I see them as the people that was in Congo that killed Patrice Lumumba. I see them as the people that killed Fred Hampton, because it's Black people that they always bring up to do the killing. I mean, after they dehumanize us enough, they find some Black person to pull the trigger or to set you up or to give you medication for you to fall asleep for them to kill you. This is how the system works. This is how they've been coming against our people. I mean, Secretary General, where was I going just now? Yeah, to the school board forum. So when we went to the school board forum, she went up there to go ask a question. She get there to ask a question. Kid Problem. Now, Kid Problem is a local activist in the city. He goes around trying to do motivational things for the kid, to try to talk to the kid, like stay out of trouble, stop selling drugs, stop doing this. Hey, yo, man, I'm not going to knock the homie hustle. Yo, real talk. They need to hear that. But he was there. And when I got there, I sat down. When I sat down, I noticed somebody behind me, and I'll get to that in a second. But when I got there, Kid Problem told me like, hey, yo, this said the people can't ask no questions. The people can't ask the candidates any question. Now, these are candidates that's running to be on the North Public School Board. But the parents, the residents that pay taxes, to pay the teachers, to pay all the people in these institutions, they can't ask any questions. The only people that could ask questions is the Uncle Toms, the sellouts, the managerial Negroes that work in these institutions. They're the only one that can ask questions. And then they brought 2 high school kids that, I don't know these kids, but I'm telling you now, those Uncle Toms have groomed them. They have groomed them to get them ready to be future Uncle Toms. And they've given them the questions to ask, and the questions that they're asking are the acceptable questions that they want them to ask. Because they won't allow those kids to ask any question that's real. So when I got there and I found that out, I'm like, oh man, for real? Like, you can't ask no question? Yo, my mind was blown. What would you do if you go to a school board meeting, you got kids, you raise your kids in the city, you work in the city, and you get to the school board meeting, you find out that they say that people can't ask no questions of the candidate? What would you do? Maybe you just be like, that's how it be. Yo, as a Panther, as a Marxist, as a Maoist, it is my duty to say exactly what's on my mind. And what was on my mind was, why can't we ask any questions? How we pay taxes here, we can't ask any questions. Let me move forward. This video we did a couple of weeks ago, because I think this is week 10. Yeah, this is week 10. But in the prior week, I don't know what week this is. But we went into the failure of the school system in the city. and the people that were in charge of the city that were causing the failure. This dude, David Contract, he's a councilman out. Where's he at? Westfield. But him and all these people right here, you see, they look like they're all now white, they're all ethnic. But these people push the agenda of white supremacy. So what they were pushing here, excuse me, was for our children, 15, 16, 17, whatever, high school kids, for them to vote in the elections. Why would they do that? Why would they push for our children to vote for in the elections? Because we don't vote for them. We don't support them. The people intrinsically know this system is corrupt, and no matter who you vote for, nothing changes. The school's been ass since I was a kid. This school's been terrible and garbage since I went to school, since I was in middle school. At this point, we know the jig is up. We know y'all clowning us, bro. So like, people don't even waste their time to go out there and vote. You can't tell me if people out in North was getting things for their vote, they wouldn't be lined up to vote. Drive around anywhere in the city, you see the line all the way around the corner for people just to get bread. You telling me they going, you got votes for people that will come in there and help them, they're not gonna go? But the people don't go. Only like 2%, 3% show up for the election. Nobody show up for these people. So these sellouts, and what's his name? Ryan Haygood. It's real. What's the word? And nobody say like nobody listens to it. I don't want to play it. They go Ryan Haygood. Ryan P. Haygood, Esquire. That's who was sitting behind me. Now, we did this show a couple of weeks ago, showing the people that's demanding and asking and pushing for policies in our community that we don't want. That the people that live in the city, we don't want. We never asked for charter schools. Ain't nobody in the hood was like, yo, the schools are bad. Give me a charter school. Nah, these Negroes came up with them ideas. So the public school is bad. We complain about this charter school. Let's give them a charter school where they have no control. We bring some people from outside of the city for them to do it. But for you to get into the school, you got to have a lottery. They got to pick you out of a lottery. Then they're going to pick the best kids from the best homes to put in there. And once you go in there, you get to find out after a couple of years that them schools ain't shit either. But they done got paid. They done moved to the suburbs. But Ryan P. Haygood, he was sitting behind me at the meeting. If you know me, if you know Africa, I'm not going to sit there. You sitting right there next to me, right behind me, and I'm not going to say what I got to say. So while he was there, let me play the video, man. I want y'all to see it. But then in this video, they're talking about the proficiency. They're talking about the schools. Let me play this video so you can hear how horrible the schools are doing before I get to this guy.
So keep scrolling because you're going to get to test scores. Look at the number for the percentage of high school college readiness.
Graduation rate.
Look at that. You see that?
15. Wow. College readiness, 15.9.
Look at the graduation rate. You got almost a fifth of your high school population now graduating from high school.
And only 15% are considered ready for college?
Right. And then scroll down because you're gonna see the little chart on their testing. You see it right there? Look at who's proficient. Look at the numbers for who's proficient in Newark.
Middle school.
This one here?
Yeah, that is the percentage of students.
Bro, look at these numbers. 6%, 17%, 22%, 22%, 35%. Yo, if this was a football team, basketball team, everybody in North will be fired. Because this means you're not even like, yo, by week 3, week 4, you out of the playoffs. You done. Yo, if this was what was going on anywhere else in any other industry, yo, these people will be held accountable. But these people been in office for 20 years. You're going to hear them say it. You're going to hear them say how they've been part of the school system for 20, 30, 40 years. And these are the numbers that they're putting up. They're not even practicing. Talk about practice. They're not even practicing. Bro, they're just getting up, just doing whatever. And these are our children. Because you got to remember that. This is the future. Because we're all going to die one day. You're going to die. I'm going to die. You got kids that are here. These are the kids. This is what they're teaching your kids. This is their proficiency. This is what they got to go out and fight the world with. This is what they get from this teacher that we paying over $100,000 for them to be teachers in our community. There they go. This is what they're producing. Oh.
It's important that we understand.
Let me go back.
So keep scrolling because you're going to get to test scores.
Wow.
Look at the graduation rate. You got
So-
almost a fifth of your high school population now graduating from high school.
And those numbers are cooked.
And only 15% are considered ready for college?
Right. And then scroll down, because you're gonna see the little chart on their testing. You see it right there? Look at who's proficient. Look at the numbers for who's proficient in Newark.
Look at the numbers, y'all. These are the people that I'm.
This one here?
These are the people I'm holding accountable.
That is the percentage of students who are marked proficient by state testing.
We shouldn't question them.
17%.
35% high schoolers in Newark are considered proficient
In reading.
Which,
35%.
and by the way, proficient is itself pretty basic.
Low bar.
Wow.
So what are we bragging about exactly? Like I don't understand and they have a budget. You see that budget?
Look at the money. Look at the money. That's billion.
1.26. They get almost 1.3 billion.
Billion. With a B, bitch.
For schools.
Billion.
And look at how the students are doing.
Who the real scammers around here?
And then on that line, on that line also.
Look at all this money. Look at all this money. They get.
I mean, it's just infuriating.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm mad too. Wait, we're gonna get to the mad part. But this is what is going on in real time. I didn't make up these numbers. This ain't African numbers, but I know the numbers because I study. I pay attention to what's going on, and I see these numbers. How you ain't gonna be mad? Why would he not be mad? Man, let's move forward. So now I get to the meeting, and I find out this is Deborah Gregory. Remember she was in that text message? Deborah Gregory is the one. Yo, you can't even make this shit up, bro. Let me see how to break this down to y'all, y'all. That was that text message I showed everybody. That was in 2021. She was on that text message like she's on the mayor's team. All those people on that message, the mayor control. They work or they try to get money from the mayor, whatever. They're all sellouts. It is what it is. I mean, she was on there. So now they're having a school board candidate election forum. Wait for me here. Her that's working for the mayor. And like 4 or 5 of the candidates belong to the mayor's team. She is hosting a candidate forum to ask them questions, for them to ask them questions, NAACP, to ask these candidates, because the NAACP and Newark belong to the mayor. They're asking the people, the candidates, question. Yo, how is that even fair? You see, when we say we don't believe in electoral politics, this is what we're talking about. The entire game is rigged. All of them are sellouts. The people that's up there asking questions, the moderators, the only people that are innocent in this is the activists in the city that are trying to get on those boards, because we disagree with them. We told them the whole shit is rigged, but they believe they want to go do whatever. They could do what they want to do. I mean, it's okay. We believe in ideological struggle. I mean, if they believe that's what they need to do, hey, go ahead. But because we understand the game is rigged, that they got the numbers rigged, they got more money, they got more access to the voters, they got everything. You're going to go run against them. It's almost a fait accompli. Like, you're not going to win. It's over. It's a wrap. It's done. I mean, so when we got there, I saw Deborah Gregory there. I saw the people that was hosting it. I'm like, yeah, this some bullshit anyway. I'm not even paying no attention to this. You got something for me?
No, I just also wanted to point out Deborah Gregory and the NAACP are the same organization that refused to hold a debate with the mayor and Sheila Montague
when she ran for mayor. Against Ras Baraka.
This same lady, Deborah Gregory, like, come on,
they got the deck is set. Yo, I don't go gambling at the casino. I've never been to a casino. Yo, I gamble. I ain't even gonna stand up here and act like I'm like, yo, I gamble. Yo, I've been playing dice. I played blackjack. Yo, my whole bid in prison, man. Look, I was on that card table. Yo, that's why I gamble. But I've never, ever been to a casino because I know the table is rigged. I know the house always wins. So I'm not even going to the casino. That's why I don't believe in the electoral process, because these people are crooks. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe in voting. Yo, I'm a Panther. Yo, the way how you move up, the way how we do business here, yo, we do vote. We vote for who we want to be the leader. We vote for who we want to be in positions. Yo, I don't disagree with voting. I disagree with having the illusion of voting. And the whole system is already rigged. It's fixed. They know who they want to win. They know the questions they're going to ask, who they're going to ask the question to, who they're going to allow to talk, who not going to talk. Their whole thing is rigged. Like when they usually say, they be like, all politics is local, like you could affect change in local politics. Those people don't know what they're talking about, or they're frauds and they're liars. Because local politics is more corrupt than federal politics. You see, federal politics, everybody got an eye on it. People get to look, whatever. It's still corrupt, it's still fraudulent. But this local politics, most of the people don't know what's going on. So they began bamboozle, hoodwink, and they have no idea. But when I got there, I'm gonna play this video because everything's been coming out about what happened there. And I want to play the video. You see, that's why I record. Because I don't want people to be like what they do is COINTELPRO. They try to make me look like I'm crazy. Like the stuff that I'm saying is crazy. That they went on social media saying it was violent, the disruption. Oh my God, I was scared for my mother. I thought she was gonna die. Wait till you see what happened. Wait till you see what happened. But let me play the video.
It's important that we understand that what's not working for us needs to be reviewed. And the blueprint that America has set out for us,
The school board debate.
follow is not working for us.
We had the school board debate in public schools. The community did not ask the people that's running for school board any questions.
And that's very important.
Only
Also,
the professional managerial Negroes can ask questions and can dictate what happened in our schools. This is Ryan Haygood, right there.
But we are all on.
That's Ryan Haygood. Remember I told you with the bootlicking Uncle Tom? Remember a few weeks ago, I told you we did a show and we showed the people that are trying to get our children to vote because they know we're not supporting them no more. So the things that they go around pushing, it's like they'll go and say, yo, let the children vote. Yo, we fighting for the kids. We're here fighting for the kids. Because the kids don't know that y'all criminals. The kids are not politically savvy. If the parents are not politically savvy, how are the kids going to be politically savvy? They know that. They understand they can control the kids. The kids that they think they can control, those are the ones they have to go vote. And the rest of them that don't even care, they're not even going to go vote. So these people know what they're doing. Look at him. He looks like a fraud. But let me play it.
These people not from the community.
Don't live in North.
People that make the decisions in our community. I said they belong here. Look at all these people.
They may not.
Deborah Gregory.
Person, we may not have.
These are the bootlicking Uncle Toms that run our city in the ground. These people, look at them.
I was like, I am me. I move like I am responsible for my community.
You saw Deborah Gregory go up to Kalina Berryman and told Kalina Berryman whatever. You see Deborah Gregory sitting in the back because she's the old what on the plantation overseer. She's sitting there. She's been a coon for a long time. She understands the process. Who's supposed to say what? She's going over there to the moderators because those people talking are moderators. The lady that you talking, yo, I'm gonna play a video of what she's saying right now. But she started saying that because she saw me talking to Ryan Haygood. So she just started having that speech to just give that. You're gonna hear what she said in a second, but let me play the rest of this video.
Get a black man.
Black love. We don't do black on black crime. Yeah, you call it black love. They're the ones stealing from Norfolk.
Notice that? So I got him on the camera. I'm like, yo, this is Ryan P. Haygood. This is the people that's destroying the community. So he kissed his son on the cheek. What I told you about that black. That's the only thing they got to go back to. Black, black, black. Yo, he gave his son a kiss on the cheek, talking about this is black love. Yo, that they look like they live in North. Look how shiny them niggas are. Ain't nobody in North that shiny. But look at them. You could tell they're drinking good water. They got good air. They got insurance. They got good health care. Like they good. Yo, you know where he coming from? He coming from Alabama. They was over there walking on some bridge, Selma, Alabama. They was on the bridge where they got hit with rocks like 50, 60 years ago because they were trying to enter into white supremacy. That's the type of stuff they celebrate. That's where he coming from. He got a little tan on because like they eating good while we starving in the hood. They eating good. So when I'm criticizing them, he go kiss his son, talking about this is black love, black on black crime. Ain't no such thing as black on black crime. I mean, but this are the games they play to try to change the narrative of what's going on.
Stealing from North Case, they controlling the politics in our city.
We do black on black crime.
Tell them to be quiet, huh?
That's what we do.
My name is Lauren.
Tell them to be quiet.
We do black on black crime.
So one thing I love about
Let them be quiet.
and
They're not going to tell me. They're not going to tell him to be quiet. They're not gonna tell them to be quiet. I mean, like, the people have no voice here. The people have no voice here, yeah.
Did the people ask any questions? Were you able to ask a question here? You wasn't able to ask a question, right? So when she was talking, she was up there because she saw me and Ryan P. Hager talking, whatever. So she up there, she trying to change the whole narrative. She's trying to say now that we do good work here. That the people that's been working in the communities, us Uncle Toms that been working here, they were like, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, sis. You a sellout. I mean, like, I know it may seem hard to you for you to accept, but right now, this present moment, you work for the institution that's oppressing our people. So I'm keeping it a buck with you. Yo, you a sellout. So like, she's gonna try to act like what they've been doing. She's justifying. Man, let me shut up once again and play. Let me play you her talking. Let me play you her talking. I think this is the video.
One thing I love about this room, and
See, when she saw me talking to Hey Good, this is when she started saying this. So I'm gonna play this for you to hear what she said.
New York Public School alum, and I've been working with so many of you for 20 years. And what I love about this room, and I know for sure.
She's been working in the New York Public School system 20 years, doing all the failures, the poison water, everything that's been going on. She's been working here. She's part of the failure. I guarantee you she makes more than $100,000 a year, 6 figures from our taxes. I guarantee you. But I'm gonna let her keep talking.
Is that every single person in here, candidate or not, are people who do this work. We may not always agree on how to do it, but we all do it. And I have an immense amount of respect for every single person in this room.
And yet that's me in the background. That's me. When she started talking about that, like they do this work. I know you don't do this work. I know you don't do nothing here but take money home and go. Yo, the last I heard, she was living in Jersey City somewhere. She was living in Jersey City somewhere in a nice community, she good. She good. I mean, like, she was doing good, whatever. I mean, look, bro, you're not doing no work for the people in the city. According to the numbers, the education has gotten worse and worse and worse. You saw it for yourself. The numbers up there, 6%. I keep saying 5, my bad. 6% proficiency. What are you doing? What is the work that you do? You have meetings like this, and you're able to maintain the system of failure from year to year. And because you're so successful that the people haven't risen up, they continue to pay you for you to be able to travel the world, pay your rent, buy nice clothes, go do your makeup. If you want to bleach, you can bleach your skin. You could get whatever fake weave you want, whatever you want, you could go get it. I mean, they pay you for you to be able to eat well while we suffer here. So we are not the same. So what work are you doing? So when she started saying this, so I asked her, what work, like, why are the people not allowed to speak here since you're doing so much work and it's for the community?
One thing I love about this room, and I'm a New York Public School alum, and I've been working with so many of you for 20 years. And what I love about this room, and I know for sure, is that every single person in here, candidate or not, are people who do this work. We may not always agree on how to do it, but we all do it. And I have an immense amount of respect for every single person in this room. We have two students. Okay. We have 2 students. Okay.
I work in the community, can't ask no questions, can't say nothing. Yo, this is not democracy. This is fact.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yo, I said everything I said without a mic. This is not democracy. This is fascism and in blackface. But the dude that's next to her, he's gonna try to out-talk me. They got the microphones up there, and you're not gonna out-talk me. Like, cause this whole process right here is rigged. But these are the kids that they say were scared of me. That girl looks scared of me. Just listening, like, oh my God, I never heard somebody talk like that before. What is he saying? He's calling these people here that I look up to, like Uncle Thompson, sellout. That's what she's looking at. That's what she's not hiding under the table, but they went on, like, you heard how she keeps saying we have the kids here. They want to use our kids as shields to protect themselves. I mean, but I want to go on. I don't want to be here too long. I want to get to Dawn Hayes. That's what you just saw standing right there. Dawn Hayes was just standing right there. That should go right there with the microphone. I want you to hear her call me She called me she called me an agent. She said I'm an agent.
It's okay, brother. That's what federal agents do, sir.
That's Dawn Hayes. That's the mayor's team. That's the group. You see the lady, she's taking up for that lady moderator because she knows they're all on the same team. I mean, so she's standing there, she's calling me an agent. That's what agents do. That's what disruptors do. Like she's out there telling the whole community, you on the school board, you sit on the school board, you are a politician in the community. You are telling the world that I am a federal agent. Yo, they're trying to set the scene to have me killed out here. I mean, when something happened, they're all gonna act like they don't know what happened. But you heard her from her own mouth call me a federal agent. Let me play the rest of it.
And all Shaitan and Rajay, and all Shaitan.
Yo, everybody think like just because they're Muslim, they know how to speak Arabic, that make them saints. Listen to her cursing me out in Arabic, calling me Satan, all kind of goofy stuff.
A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim. A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim.
I hate people that do that. I hate people, you start talking Arabic and shit. Like, what are you doing that for? I don't even know what you're saying. Like, what are you doing? Yo, because you know how to read a couple of words in Arabic, that makes you smart, that makes you spiritual, that makes you nothing. That makes you nothing. Because keeping it a buck, just like Christianity is the religion from our masters, so is Islam. It comes from, it's Arabic. It's not African. I don't care if you try to tell people like, we had African this, man, it's an Arabic religion. So you just sitting there, calling me Satan and all this stuff, calling me a federal agent, and you sitting on the school board. What I want to know is, how come the other candidates that are under, how do they feel about this? How do they feel that they're running in a race that they know is rigged? But let me play a little bit more. I ain't even got time. I don't even want to play that whole thing. But this video is here. We're gonna post it on YouTube. The whole thing is gonna be there, so you can go see the whole thing for yourself. But when I got there in my video, he sits on the school board right here. These are all the mayor's people. Like when I played one of the videos, you're gonna see all of them sitting there. Yo, this is what they do. Yo, one of the people that recorded one of these videos, she worked for them. They're all in a group. I got that video off her page. But like these people walk around, like this is what they started saying on their pages, doing the work. They say that they're doing the work because this was the next day after it came out. They're like, sometimes I wonder if people really care about children, their community, or their people as they claim to, or do they just like to hear themselves speak? All the work we do in the community for nothing, all the sacrifices that we make, this is how they talk about us. They act like we're just out here bumping our gums. Yo, right now, I'm not working. I don't have a master. There's no plantation I'm on as we speak that's giving me money for us to pay our bills. Because I told you what I do from in the morning till at night when I drop the kids off and go home. Yo, we have made that arrangement since I'm the chairman. I'm the person that's able to do that. Yo, I do the after school program. We feed the kids, me and the captain. I mean, we feed the kids. We take them home. We do it. So like, this is our job, the stuff that we do. But I have no plantation where they're giving me money. I had a job. Somebody told me to come get a job paying nice. I ain't even got to do nothing. It's a sweet job. All I got, I don't even want to talk about what I got, but it's a sweet job. But they told me I got to be there from 8 to 5. If I take that job, I can take the kids to school. I can pick them up for the after school program. Ain't none of these people going to run the after school program. So I turned that job down. Even though we need that money to survive, I turn that job down to do the work I do. And then they get up here and they say blasphemous stuff like this, talking about the work like do we really speak for the community? When they get paid to be where they're at, they get paid to be there. They get paid for everything they do. This dude right here, I don't know who this guy is, North, but this was the last school board elections. I went to the last one. I came out after the program. Look at my slippers. I got the slippers on. I got my stuff on. We just came back from the after school program. This was when they had the last school board elections. No, this was school board. This is school board. This clown, this dude, I don't even know this dude, bro. He was there. Yo, bro kicked me. Bro walked past, because like they always trying to antagonize me to do something so they could bring the police. I got locked up. The police came. I'm like, bro, he kicked me. The police said, you gotta leave. I'm like, how I gotta leave? And they kicked me. This other dude that you see standing right here, he's in charge of the he was in charge of security over there. He got a relationship with the police, the sheriff department. He got a relationship with this guy, with the politicians. When they come in there, he called the police, the sheriff department. They came in there and locked me up. They never took a report about this dude kicking me. And you see, he's smiling. But why am I showing him? Because he was there. He was there just now at this meeting, and he came over there all up on me. He was all on my body, like right. The Secretary General and the captain had to tell him, like, yo, what are you doing? Like, back up. Ask no questions. Right. See, there you go, right there. Yo, look how stupid he look. He coming up, pulling up to Africa, like, get out, bro. Anybody that know me in North, this clown is coming up to me talking about some get out, bro. Who are you? Yo, the Secretary General and and the captain, went over there and told him to leave. They told him, man, go ahead about your business. But I showed that to show like it's a conspiracy. Like they've been doing this. We're gonna get to that in a second. They've been doing this in the community. This was years ago. I've been dealing, the other one was from 2003 when they sent the text messages out. I mean, so people want to know what happened at the school board thing. Yo, that's what happened at the school board thing. I mean, dealing with these Uncle Toms and these frauds. I mean, once you try to shine the light on them, they're going to say you're crazy. They're going to use the police because the police are here to protect them. The police are not here to protect us. They don't live in North. Look in the background. The picture she posted. There you go right there. The same dude that assaulted me. They go Ryan P. Haygood. Yo, they just took a whole picture of the criminals. She part of the NAACP too. Yo, I don't know who grandmother that is. But I remember when we went to a program about organizing at Rutgers, she was there too. And from what she was saying, I already knew like she was some BS. But that's somebody's grandmother too. They're all in on the scam. That 1 billion you saw, 1.3 billion, they're all in on the scam to get that bread. While we don't get no education. Look at him. He's some dumb special needs person in the hood that is trying to latch onto them, thinking they're gonna give him some money too. But he don't know. They're gonna have him like Puffy. You got to give it up before they give him some money. I mean, but this is the conditions and the things that we're dealing with. I don't know if we have any school board members here. I've been talking for a minute. Let me get to them real quick. Anybody here from the school board? Because I want to ask them, how do they feel about the system being rigged that they're running the school board elections in? Is there anybody here, Chairman? I mean, Secretary General? Yeah, raise your hand because the Secretary General got to unmute you if you are here. Because if you're not here, I'm going to move on. But I had told them. Yeah, well, but if they're not here, I'm going to go on to the next video. But that's to explain what happened in the city last couple of days at the meeting. Like, how do you have a debate about the school board and the community is not allowed to participate? I mean, they're the ones that own, that control everything in our community. This is neocolonialism. We have no power from the police, from the school, from the judges, for everything. We have no power here. I mean, we don't control nothing. No matter how much we march, no matter how much we protest, no matter how much we demand, we have nothing. They're not doing nothing for us. So our only solution is to do it ourselves. How can you be mad about that? This ain't no secret squirrel shit. I ain't got nobody here telling me, we gotta go to City Hall, nah, bro. Yo, bring your dollar, I'll bring my dollar. We all bring our dollars together and we start like educating our kids. Or you don't know it, you don't think it's gonna work? Yo, I got the after school program. We're showing you that it worked. All the kids that went to our after school program, the majority of them were in the honor roll. We read every day. At the beginning of this, I showed a video of me reading with the kids in there. So the first thing we do is we read in there every day. So we get in there reading better. And you know what they're reading? They're going to be reading about Panther history. I see a raised hand. Who that?
Hello. Stepper Salters.
Oh, how you doing, Deborah Salters?
I am outstanding. How are you, my brother?
Yo, I'm great. Yo, I'm great. Hey, look, now before you go on, like, yo, we believe in ideological struggle. Yo, there's nothing, if somebody believes in the electoral process, yo, like, yo, we not mad at you. We just whatever. But this, what I'm looking at, is plain as day that they have the elections rigged.
Absolutely.
I mean, so it's like if they have, I mean, and how do you deal with these people? Because I couldn't sit up there with people and I know like the whole game is rigged. I know Deborah Gregory over there, they're rigging the whole. I would tell them. I would throw the table. I would turn the table over like Jesus, and I'll tell them. But how do you sit so calm? Because it's a testament to your discipline that you're able to sit around frauds and not go off. So like, what do you say, sister?
So let me tell you, it is not always easy to do so, but because I am an educator, you know, and I see what's going on, and this is why, like I know these guys from way back, and that's why they get nervous when I'm around, because they know I know them before they became this corrupt. They know, because I had conversations with them. I had conversations with Roger Leone before he became the superintendent. Before he got in, so I've tried to work with all of these people, Marion Bolden, everybody with the school. Before Leon got in, I said, listen, because they had promised it to the Black man who held it down, and they promised it to him. I can't think of his name right now, and he was devastated after they gave it to Roger Leone. But I had already been speaking with Roger Leone because he was from Newark. You know me, I'm out here. So I told him, I said, listen, if you get in, when they put you in, I said, I don't care what part you do because
One second. You're talking about the principal. Used to be a history. Yeah, what's his name? No, Gregory too.
Yes.
Yo, but I got a whole story on that guy too. But go ahead.
Yeah. So my thing is, I've always been committed to the community, right? So I said, listen, I don't care what it is. If it's calling the parents, if it's being a part of truancy, because I'm already in the streets, I'm already out here with the kids, I'm already mentoring, I'm already connected, so it doesn't matter, right? Any part that I can get in there and play, let's do it. He got in, forgot about all of that. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm like, okay, you need the people from the community if you're serious about our children. Then you see him as he progressed, nothing, right? So what I normally do, like even when the global studies thing happened, I went to the school as a regular citizen. I said, I need to speak with the principal. And I could tell by the way the kids were acting towards me, and I'm a full adult. I know how they were treating our kids. So I'm looking at them like, okay, they wouldn't let me in the building. They sent this guard out. First, he was going to try and be mean, but because I know how to deal with them, he's like, oh no, give me a minute. You gotta call, make an appointment. Give me the secretary's number. I went to the car, called, went through the whole process. Well, who are you? What do you want? And I'm just giving you these examples because this is stuff that I've already been doing. So now, because I am out here, I am talking to the people who need to be spoken with. I am with the community. So I said, okay, here's the thing, because people think that just because you're talking, they don't know what you do, because somebody was throwing shade on me. Oh, she doesn't have any educational background. And I never respond to that stuff. I don't. And when the time comes, you see what I know or what I'm doing, right? Because I don't have to tell you. The people are my receipts, right? So that's what happened. So this is why, because this is not the first time I've run for an office. I've literally seen it with my own eyes. When I petitioned for mayor, I only needed 1,600 petitions. The first day I took in 1,895. They threw out 560 something the first day. Next day I took another 100 and something, but I knew they were going to do that. But see, here's where I believe we hold the power. Because had the so-called activists at the time who said that they would support me, the week before, all I needed was 200 more signatures, right? But I didn't do that because I would have been fighting the so-called activists and the machine. So had the activists actually been real, it would have been no problem. But that's the problem. They want to be in bed with these jokers. They do a lot of talking so that they can get pulled in, not realizing, listen, hoes don't get hugs, they don't. So that's what they're hoping for, and it never happens, you know what I mean? But I believe in us, because literally you know, the children, like I know you have children in school, and I don't know if you know, which school your child is in, but you all have children that are in school. So for me, these are all our children, like I say, because if we don't invest in these children, the ones that we don't invest in gonna be the one to bust somebody in the back of the head, and then we're gonna be complaining, oh, they stole a car, but you didn't invest in them. So since I'm doing the investing and I know what the game is, and I know the fact that I got in there, A1, they died inside. You should have seen them. They all just died. And then they began to fight like piranha in a fish tank or something. But when you position yourself to upset what the norm for these people, right? It's more of us than it is of them, because only 2% of those that they bullied and threatened with consequences and repercussions, only 2% voted for them. 98% of us protested the vote, but where we messed up as a whole is we didn't pick somebody to get them out of there. You understand? Because if we take the power that we have, we can remove the oppressor. But we got to do it, right? We can change it. It's more of us than it is of them. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
All power. Hey, look, real talk. The election is, what is it, Wednesday, Tuesday?
April 16th.
Oh, April, you got time. April 16th. Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, I don't deal with electoral politics, but yo, those people, the people on the mayor's team, they don't call it the mayor's team no more. What they call themselves?
It's like North Forward?
I think that's the North Forward group. Is that I think like 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah. And just like I said that night, I said, what you talking about? North Forward off the cliff? North Forward into the abyss?
Hey,
Look forward into oblivion, because we're definitely not, our kids aren't getting better.
Hey, but look, anybody out there that's going out to vote in North, because I told you, we have ideological struggle. If you believe voting is the path, hey, but if you're going out there, you'll get them forward people out of there, bro. Don't be, I don't, Shay not here, Shay Colton not here, and Muta not here, and
Sheila's not here.
Sheila not here. Hey, yo, but like, those are the people that I know are not affiliated with them people. I mean, so if someone can gun to my head and they ask me, and Deborah that's sitting here, I know they're not affiliated with these people. So if you vote, if you go out and vote, if you want to change that table, you'll go out and go vote for them. So this will be like, yo, Muta, this is the best I could do. I can't go out there and wear a t-shirt and rah. Yo, but like, yo, I know you, Muta. I know the work you try to do in the community. I mean, I know we have our struggle too. But when things go down, you don't run over there with them because they're giving you money. So anybody in North New Jersey, you want to remove them people, you do want to remove them because they're the ones responsible for the failure. You do not want people that are responsible for the failure. 6% reading, 6% math, 18%, no, what was it, 16%, 15%? Yo, you don't put those people back in office.
No.
You get them out of there. Now, man,
10 years.
10 years. 10 years.
In 10 years, they set us back 100 years of progress that our people have fought for.
All power. But listen, I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna put this out. Yo, so when you see it, hey, yo, share it. I mean, but like I gotta finish up this storage real quick. I mean, let me go. Yeah, you gotta unmute Deborah. But let me go through and finish this real quick because I don't think anybody else is here. But I'm gonna go through the next story real quick because that's what everybody really want to hear about what happened the other night. What happened the other night in North? Let me get to it real quick with the police so y'all can see it for yourself. But look, this is what happened the other night. Yo, look at that right there. You see them sisters? Them sisters are putting themselves between the pigs and that brother right there. Yo, I see a lot of talking on social media. And they talk about black men don't protect black women don't protect black men. Hey, yo, like, I'm out here with the people. We in the valley with the people. Yo, like, when it goes down, yo, our sisters get right in the middle of the scuffle. I don't know this people. I don't know that young lady right there. But, yo, salute to you. I mean, real talk. That's how we coming. Yo, whenever you see the pigs in the community harassing people in the community, because let me break it down. It was a party. It was nice and hot outside. All the kids are out there at the party. They're having fun. The police come through, the whole force come through, they come clear them and move them out. That's what happened. How do I know? I went out there and did the investigation myself. I went and asked the people in the community what happened, and they told me. This brother, I think his name is Mo. He's still locked up, I think. They said he's locked up. Yo, so this is, I'm gonna put it out in social media. Yo, whoever has information, whoever knows these brothers and sisters, yo, reach out to me. Whatever they need, as Black Panthers, we're here to serve the community. We're not here to serve the pigs. Yo, man, I don't even care if they're wrong. I don't care if they do whatever. They can't do nothing wrong. Because as slaves in neocolonialism, ain't nothing you could do that's wrong on the plantation. So whatever happened out there, whatever they need, it'll reach out. Whatever we can do, we will assist you. So if you know these people, I'm going to play the rest of the video, then move on. If you know these people, reach out. So that's what happened. There was a party out there on 16th and Madison, like 3 days ago, and the police came out there and they beat them up and locked them up.
Yo, they tweaking.
Now, so once again, they was having a party out there. It was nice and hot. It was one of them days when, like, you know, the summer coming in and everybody be outside chilling. The police came and they start whooping on people to try to get them out of there. The police are under a consent decree. The police are out of control. The mayor of the city is doing a horrible job. I mean, like, they're doing a horrible job in the city on every facet. Every institution has been a failure. They have failed everywhere. I don't know how he's going to run for governor. Hey, yo, I'm going to tell you this. Yo, the people that's going to be running against him, you just come to the hood and ask people about Rouse the Rocker. I don't know where he's going to get his votes from, but just come to the hood. Hey, yo, man, come ask me. I got the videos. I got the text messages. I got everything here. Yo, this dude is a sociopath. We don't respect him or his administration. Nobody in the city like these people. They're only in position of power because they got funders that fund them to be in those positions. They have no love from the people. The people despise them. That's why they only get 2% people to vote for them in the election. So let me move on. Oh man, I gotta capture this one. This says Spires. I don't believe that shit fell up. I went to Spires earlier, and when I went to Academy Spires, that metal right there that he holding in his hand, it fell off the roof. Like, nobody's going over. That's housing stuff. But they call me, they're showing me this stuff. They're telling me, like, yo, somebody got to do something about this. Let me play. Right there, you see that thing blowing?
19 to 9.
19 to 9. 19 to 9. So it came off. Whatever they had up there. Whatever they had up there to advertise for people to move into the building, to gentrify and move the people out of there. I mean, this Academy Spires. This is 175 Spires. But that thing right there has been loose. I doubt they fixed it till now. It broke a couple of windows and those rods. The rods that you see right there, those rods are from out there. I mean, they came off, they fell off. There's a long one. But basically, come put it on the screen. We done for this week, y'all. If anybody got anything to say, yo, chime in real quick. Chime in real quick, say what you got to say. And you're gonna tell them about the test and stuff? Yeah, but this was like, we've been here for a minute. This is what, an hour 38 minutes so far. I mean, but anybody got their hands up, they got something to say, you can say whatever you want, yo. But that the whole purpose of having these political education classes is to educate the people politically and to understand how these things that we read about in history books, how they still apply themselves today. Shakia, I got you in a second. 1 second, let the secretary finish, and I'm gonna bring you on.
What's up, everybody? How everybody doing tonight?
Outstanding, brother.
Appreciate what y'all do. I'm out here on the Ave. Yeah.
What Ave, my guy? What Ave?
Clinton Ave.
Clinton and what?
Clinton Seymour.
Okay, shout out to Clinton Seymour. Shout out to Clinton Seymour, you heard?
Yeah, we outside. I was out here feeding our people today. Made some burgers and some hot dogs, some waters. My boy came from Jersey City with his kids, and you know, we showed the kids how to do some volunteer work, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, oh yeah, you got it, bro. You know, the kids gotta see representation. They gotta see the stuff that we want them to emblem. So, but I would just want to speak on that. I feel like personally, the only reason they got him running for governor is because with two white guys running, ain't no black votes. And so they're using him to get out black votes and black donors and black money. And they don't expect him to win. They just want that money. They need those donations. And so, you know, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could win, but you know, they gotta want him to win. You know what I'm saying? So, but he definitely is to get that black vote out. That's how I feel.
Hell, you 100% correct. Most likely you 100% correct. Hey, yo, real talk. Next time you having an event, yo, hit me up, yo. Whatever we could do to support, we'll pull up. Now, I mean, cause like, and we gotta highlight that, yo. Whatever you doing, I should be able to push it on my social media so that people can see that. They can see that representation. Cause they talk about us like we don't do nothing out here. But when I'm in the hood, I see people like you all the time doing good work, yo. And I salute you, bro. Real talk. Know what I mean? But I'm gonna hit you up again. Maybe we need to have our own political podcast program where we talk about the stuff that's going on in the community. All right, so I'm gonna hit you, yo. Anybody else got their hands up? Going once, going twice. I'm gonna give shout out. Hey, how you doing, Emily? Kalia, I think that's your name. I saw you on Instagram. How you doing, Kalia? I hope all is well. Josephine Leonard. I don't know who that is. Kamora Hall, Gaby, I know who Gaby is. I mean, but if y'all ever want to speak, you have something to talk about in the community, yo, you are always welcome. Like if you've been here the whole time, you see what the program is about. We talk about our luminaries, what the advice they gave us, what we should be doing in our communities to help our own people. That's all we talk about and how we gonna do it. We have that discussion, and then we like whoever graduates from our class. Because the Secretary General is about to come on and talk about that in a second. But whoever graduates from the class, yo, we start working together to build economic power in our community. Because we all got jobs. We all on the plantation. So we pull our resources together and start building in our communities. So because if we own the house, if me, Kalia, I hope I'm not saying the name wrong, and Emily, if we own a building like a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever, we own a building in the community. Yo, ain't nobody coming to take our building and make us sell it to somebody, and then we homeless. That's not how this works. The more cooperatively we work together, the stronger we're gonna be. And that's all we pushing. But we don't believe in the electoral process. We don't believe in the government. We don't believe in none of those people. That's how we coming. And we explain this in our political education class every week. But Secretary General is gonna give us some announcements and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes, announcement. We're still having our after school enrichment program every day, and we still need donations. We need to get shorts, gym wear, boxing gloves, shoes, hand wraps, food for the kids. But we also do help with housing and tenants. So if anybody interested in that, you can come reach out to me. If those of you that have taken the course and they're interested in taking a test so you can become United Panther members, send me an email at patiencerow@yahoo.com. I'm going to type it into the chat so you can get the test, okay? And that's all the announcements I have for today.
Yeah, that's the announcement for today, yo. I thank everybody for coming out. And like I said, I want y'all to speak. When we come here, I want the people to always have a voice. So if you have anything you want to talk about, because this is week 10. So she's gonna send out the test to the people. It's about 15, 20 people that want to take the test. We're gonna send it out after you graduate. We're gonna give you your the Black Panther t-shirt, because you're in the UPM now. It's gonna say you UPM member. We're gonna give you the red book. The red book is basically our code of ethics on how we work and what we do. And you're gonna get your certificate for passing the political education course. And you become a United Panther member, and we start working together to put stuff in this community to help the people in the community. That's what this is all about. Educating the people to move along, not to stay stagnant and keep going around in a circle. I mean, so, yo, I'm grateful for everybody that came. Yo, this is my favorite part of the week. I mean, during the week, tomorrow when I start, it's going to be the grind. Picking them up, taking them to school, doing the after-school program, feeding them, doing all. Look, at the end of the week is when I get a chance to rest and really talk to people. And talk to people that every single one of you that showed up, yo, I'm appreciative because it shows you have the inclination to try to do something, to hear, to find out what's going on in the community so we could change what's going on. Yo, I salute you for that. Because most people are sociopaths in our society. They've been made that way. They've been made to care only about themselves and nobody else. They care about themselves, their immediate family, and that's it. We're never going to survive like that. The only way that we defeat imperialism is for us to work together. And I'm gonna tell you now, because they're gonna keep doing it. Whatever space that they create, whatever forum they have, when I show up, they're gonna try to make me look like I'm crazy. They're gonna call the police. Yo, that night they had like 20 police officers there, like 10 cop cruisers that came there. But I left because I understand what they're trying to do. I'm not gonna make it easy for them to try to put a bullet in me. I mean, because some people don't even understand, don't even know. But the mayor said on the interview, if somebody killed me, nobody will care. That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. He really believes, because he doesn't know me, because he's a clown. He's not in the streets. He's never been in the streets. Y'all been in the streets my whole life. I grew up in Newark my whole life. Went to Alexander, Velsburg Middle, Sussex Avenue, West Side High School. I even went to Essex County College. I'm in the hood. I did time in prison. I did 5 years in prison. I mean, so I know people that he don't know. He went to Howard. He grew up, went to Howard, got a job at the school, working in the school, and he ain't never been in the streets. And he think like somebody do something to me, like nobody's going to retaliate. Bro, I got family in Africa. I got people in the Dominican Republic. Yo, the Panther Party is worldwide. You think you're gonna snuff out a Panther and nobody's gonna do nothing? You're out your rabbit ass mind. I mean, but I'm not gonna make it easy for them. And I'm gonna keep telling the people what's going on. And when they have debates that the people can't speak at, I'm going to say something. And if they're mad, they could be mad. I don't care. I could fight. Till next time, all power to the people. I live for the people. I die for the people.